mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So for an apartment of a building, it is common that we need a power, electricity, and water, whichever AC. Nowadays, wherever you go, you will be finding all these chillness, right? So nowadays, it is like a chiller plants. All these are interrelated. So it is hand in hand to support the each other. So it's advisable to start with site execution in the initial days. You don't think that okay, I am an engineer, I cannot go and work in the field, I cannot go work, I cannot put my feet on the floor, I'll be sitting in the office. If you have such ideas, I prefer you can go to software industries. But especially in our industries, if you go with the designing, I'll explain you whichever is division you can go through, I can explain you. But choosing the area of interest is the must part. If you are civil, okay, you are not really interested to work in the site basis, so you can just go ahead. If you are that time, you can just have an option that if you did any course, extracurricular course like AutoCAD, you can go into designing. And better understanding for your future fields, it might be contracts, it might be planning, quality, or any other fields. So choosing with the area of interest, in your 7th and 8th semester, you should be having an idea that which area I need to go with. Either I need to go with the electrical, mechanical. Is not only that I'm an electrical engineer, I will do into substations, not like that. Electrical can go into different fields, and mechanical can go into different fields, civil can also go into different fields. There are different divisions inside the department. So it is not only civil engineers, it is a platform for us locating a job. Upon graduation, engineers face two options. I know we are engineers and we are committed with families, and I know our families, huge commitments are there. Having the, it might be, this is the part where you need to decide, having the opportunity to find an employment in the firm that fits their career goals. There are two options, I'm telling you, right? Either you should go with your career goals or taking the first available offer. If you are in urge, once you are graduated, many people will ask for us, oh, your son or your daughter are employed or no, still why they are sitting at home. Likewise, don't, I request you not to mind all those nonsense. I request you, like, you have a plan, you explain everybody, you explain your parents especially, this is my plan. Either if you are really committed, then it is up to you, like taking the first available offer. I preferred my career goal because I started with the service engineering where I was into fields. I went to ATMs. I need to service 250 kVA AP, UPS generators, all these things. So in the end, it is not a matter of being employed. It is about finding a job that can be transformed into a sustainable career for financial and professional growth as well. You don't think about only like after graduation, I need to get placed, I need to get salary this much, that much. So you should be professional in your growth as well as financially. To succeed in the competitive job market, engineers should be aware of strategies to refine their job search to identify a company that is strong match for one's talents and interests. So basically, if you are choosing your career goal, you should be planning before 2 years. No, I prefer this department, so I need to be in a pure way that I need to be into a core engineer. So I'll prefer this. I need, so what and all required. You have Google, just Google it. What I can prefer. Mechanical chiller plants are there, mechanical motors are there. I mean, like a production is there, production division is there, manufacturing division is there, facilities there, property management is there, construction is there. That I will come across with. So these are the locating the job. When a job is chosen wisely, engineers face the risk of accepting employment in a limited context where professional growth cannot be achieved. This is because of the financial thing. You never mind all these things. We entered into the engineering, so we need to be a proper engineer, because you cannot, for a namesake, we cannot tell I am an engineer. So such a situation may lead to disappointment, regret that will negatively impact the engineer's future career. And yeah, some job options. So I feel you feel not bored if I just tell you about all these things. Job options for all the engineers who are online, like there are divisions. See, MEP, which I'm telling, MEP engineering. MEP engineering is all. For example, MEP mechanical, electrical, plumbing. I am an electrical engineer, but now I am a MEP project engineer, where I'm facing civil engineers, I'm facing mechanical issues, ducting issues, AC issues, electrical works, plumbing works. Plumbing in the sense, it will be a common part. So MEP engineering is not only that, no, I will go with, I am an electrical engineer, I cannot be into MEP. It is not like that. Even mechanical engineer can go into MEP. Even electronics engineer, one of my colleagues is, who is an electronics and communication engineer. he was working in a network company, then he moved to the site operations, then now he is a MEP engineer. It is like you come across with electrical, right? So it is a common thing. Engineering is department is same, but MEP like mechanic, once you come out of the college, you will face all these things. You need to see, because it is not like only particular division electrical only. So MEP is common for everybody. Even civil will be related. Once after civil engineering is done, then MEP will be coming into the construction side. And after that, project engineering. Project engineering is all. You can tell aeronautical also project engineering. There are different projects, construction based projects, then building management process. Other than that, quality control engineer. So quality control engineer is like, I'll just tell you the scenario. For if it is a construction site, you will be having subcontractors, contractors, then main contractor, then consultant, then client. So subcontractor will be doing all this. Either it may be electrical, either they will be doing only particular divisions. Either they do electrical, either they do mechanical, either they do plumbing. For the mechanical, they will be doing the ducting work. I feel you know the ducting in India also it is done. Ducting is started up, and you can see in MNC buildings, high rise buildings, G+12, you can see ducting wherever it is. From the chillers, from the roof, you will be having the chilled water lines, all these things. So quality, yeah. So after all is first civil part. Civil will enter, MEP will enter. MEP, once we enter, right, we will do all the electrical, plumbing works, mechanical, AC works, all the installation works, all the what to say, the instruments, equipments which we are installing, right? MDB in the electrical room, we will be installing MDBs, substations. In the substations, we will be installing oil transformers, air cool transformers. Then in the water room, there will be a separate water room which where the plumbing engineers will work. They will be installing water meters. So after all this installation and everything is done, right, so each floor, this quality control engineer, you can go into quality control engineer. Quality control engineer is like, after all these things, you quality control engineer duty is to come and cross verify whether we have done there for plumbing, if there is a leakage, and the water pressure gauge is there. If it is a pressure gauge, the pressure is maintained properly or no, before the handing over. So quality control engineer, you can go into quality control. But to go into quality control, cost control, estimation engineering, you need to have a basic knowledge. So initially you need to be a site engineer or a site supervisor, with a basic knowledge. Like if you have been in site supervision, so you will come to know what exactly the things are happening in the site. So after that, you can go into quality control. Then cost control. Cost control in the sense, before tender, there is a thing like, all these things are after getting the project. Before getting the project, if you are working for a contracting company, the client is different. The client will send us a tender projects are there. They will send us a tender, and they will tell us, we need to quote for it. Like for a construction G+2 building, G+2, it's just a normal building. They will send us the they will ask for the proposal. So that time, cost control engineer, estimation engineer's duty will come up. This estimation engineer will take a BOQ, bill of quantities, what and all needed. For a house, it is, for example, if it is an apartment, what and all you need to know. You need to have lights, you need to have a AC, you need to have a switches sockets, you need to have a DB, and from DB there will be SMDB. There will be an electrical room where SMDB is installed. So from there, then SMDB to MDB, all these things. So estimation being an to be an estimation, you to in the site for some time, and you need to know what materials they are using, what all these things. So I am not going deep in it, because you guys are not aware about it. It will be quite boring for you. But once you come out, right, so you will come across with all these things. So you can get into different divisions. These are the job options for engineers, for all: civil, electrical, electronics, mechanical. I am just preferring you this. You can go into MEP, you can go into project engineering, you can go into quality control engineering, you can do cost control, service engineering, estimation engineering, design engineering. This is where I am just telling you, if you really not wanted to get into the field, get your feet into the field or something, you can just being into a design engineer, sitting in the office, you can design, you can make changes in the drawings. But it is a quite a difficult part, because you need to do the work which nobody knows. You need to assume it, and you need to do it, because it is a assumption basis. there will be no any building or there will be no any construction things. So for this you need to think and you need to act accordingly with the drawings. So you need to show the client that the structural thing is like this, or and okay, that's the designing part. And procurement is, it is a senior thing actually. Being into the same field, procurement is nothing but purchasing materials, all these things. For this you need to know the material cost in the local markets. Might be you will be preferring India, you will be preferring some abroad countries, so you need to know the local standards. What is it? There are certain things. If you are preferring any simple, if you are preferring some FC fan coil unit, it is a AC. Or I'm just telling you split AC. The client will ask you for the brand, client will ask you for the standard. There will be like IEEE standards you come across with. IEEE ISI standards are there. Even in all over the world, IEEE standards are used. ISI standards. Then in Dubai, DIVA standards. In Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi Electrical and Water Authority standards. There are different standards. So to be a procurement officer, then property, then quantity surveyor, site quantity surveyor, you need to know what exactly you are doing. So for this initial part is you enter into the site with being into a field work site engineer. Then later on you will know what exactly the things are. So draftsman is also same designing. Draftsman, design engineer is designing. So draftsman will do make corrections for the drawings that are made. There are three different drawings: coordination drawing, MEP drawing, then civil drawing, structural drawings, and facility engineer. This is where I was in a field in Chennai when I was working in Chennai. Facilities engineer is related to all. You don't if you are a project or MEP engineer, you don't need to relate with civil. If you are a project engineer, either you will be a civil engineer or you will be a MEP engineer. But in facilities or property engineer, you need to know, you should know all basic things. In a apartment, or like if it is a MNC office place, for example, if there is a tidal park in Chennai, tidal park, the building is G plus 18 or something. So you need to know from the scratch to the end. I mean, like from the top to bottom, from the basement to the rooftop, what and all equipments are used, because we are there, so other people are working inside the buildings. So if we are not there, if no maintenance teams is there, there might be some fire, there might be some trip works, there might be some other difficulties, natural calamities or something like that. So maintenance, facility and property engineer, they are purely called as operations and maintenance engineers. They are really needed. And now the market is looking for only this particular thing. Construction and other things are fine because of this COVID and all. In the Dubai, the projects are hold on, but the maintenance cannot be stopped, because it is much needed for all these things. Even it is a residential building, it is a operational MNC buildings, we need to be there in the site. We are needed in the site to clear all these things. There won't be anybody, not an IT engineer can come and work on the DB, not an IT engineer cannot change the bulb, not a software engineer cannot change the bulb, but not a software engineer cannot rectify the leakage, not a software engineer cannot do a civil part. So we are interrelated. That's what we are relating to software and other categories through this facilities and property engineering. So there will be an importance for us to be in this particular field, because we are 24/7. If you are into the maintenance, it will be a 24/7 availability. Anytime you will be having a call out, you need to go and attend all this. So quantity survey is nothing but same. Just being a short, I will tell you, if you are if you are in the classroom, if you are in the room number 202, what and all is there? 2 fans are there, 3 fans are there, then 1 blackboard is there, then lights are there, then how many windows are there, all these things. So quantity surveyor is like, you need to take a quantity, what and all needed in the building. So this guy will come only after the designing part, because designers will tell us the bill of quantities. So from that we need to take a survey for it. So site quantity survey, site estimation, purchase officer. So I prefer you guys to be in this field. Yeah, and then types of sectors. Let's see the possible job opportunities for you. Types of sectors. Ma'am, can you go to 24th slide?
Yes, yes, yes. Now it is
Yeah,
visible.
24th slide.
Yeah.
Types of sectors. So civil guys, just listen to me keenly. Roads. You will be mainly into the field only. So don't think that I cannot do all these things. Civil part, roads, buildings, constructions will not be stopped until this mankind. So you will be the main contracting part. You will be into the main contractor. You will be facing the client first, because MEP and other things will come, will be following you, but you should be in the first place to just handle all these things. You can be into road. There will be construction for roads. There will be construction for buildings. There will be irrigation projects. Obviously, irrigation, because nowadays we need to be very keen on the irrigation as well, because in Dubai also they are starting the artificial irrigation plants, because they come to know all about, because they cannot concentrate on the building or residential apartments as well. Irrigation is the major source for the income as well. Irrigation includes what to say. You feel like Dubai is a desert, right? But if you come across here, you can see there are some places where farmers are working still. So it is quite interesting fact, because factorial part is they will not give up on the they will not belong to the natural calamities, because this is a desert, there is a scarcity of water, something, but they will just do with the things whichever they have. They are constructing power plants. Even in future they have a projects for water turbine plant, all these things. But you will be because Dubai, UAE is covered with full of water, right? So they are planning to use all these things. So irrigation, then dam is also going to get constructed, but I don't know when it will be. And power plants and electrical substations. So electrical substations, guys, electrical, I prefer you to be strong enough in your electrical part. Don't think that electrical machines are really tough subject or something, because you need to know basic. All these you are seeing in the college days, it is a basic part. Don't think that it is a huge, it is nothing, like it is just like the manufacturing thing, what exactly the operation is. Until you know this, you can come and attend the interview. You can you just learn the concept. That's it. That's what I can tell you. Just learn the concept. Don't mug it up. Just learn the concept, and try to extract knowledge from the staffs. What exactly, if it is a motor, if it is a transformer. Mechanical engineer come across with chiller plants. Chiller, what is a chiller? Chiller is a motor, just like that. It will pump the water, and stationary pumps are there, and fire pumps are there. So mechanical will be also be involved. Then ECE, don't think that you will be into a networking part. You can be into the, there are many opportunities for you guys to be in this nowadays. SCADA, PLC, whatever, the automation system is coming huge in the market, and already it has been, but I'm just preferring you to go with this type of technical basics. You can go for the extracurriculars, like which I told for them, AutoCAD and other things. For ECE, you can go with SCADA. You learn SCADA, you learn PLC. Taking into the power plant, civil is needed, and the electrical people are needed. Then for to handle the maintenance, SCADA and all this PLC, sitting in a room, BMS, there will be calling, we will be calling called building maintenance room. It is like BMS room. So these guys will sit in the office, sit inside the room. They will be having one system. They will just, you can see in the movies, right? They will be sitting in one place, and they will operate all these things, these and all running under SCADA and PLC. So if you are really strong enough in that field, you can go ahead and you can just prefer uh, all these type of vital sectors. And bridges, it's common, airports, all these are related, right? Civil, if you're taking airports, what do you need? BMS is needed, electronics is needed, electrical is needed for the maintenance, and civil is needed for the maintenance, and mechanical for wherever you go nowadays, you are finding ACs. In Dubai, you will see in bus stops also, you will find ACs. So mechanical, don't think that you are into other field. Mechanical, normally mechanical is a mechanics. What it doesn't mean, it means like it is a equipment, just a equipment that is functioning with the electricity. So list it out something: chillers, motors, pumps, pressure guards. So, and transformers also, obviously for installation we need, electrical engineers can be with the team, but mechanical engineers are needed to install all these things. And oil and gas is normal. Dubai is moreover, it is with oil and gas. In Abu Dhabi, yeah, vital fields. See, I told you, right? Can you go to 26 slide?
Vital fields?
26 vital fields. Yeah.
Yes, Sardi. You continue.
See, friends, actually, I'm just telling you, this is for everyone, common. Na? Client based. Client is nothing but they are the real heroes actually. You cannot be directly into the client role. You need to be, there is certain process where you need to just go ahead with this. I'll just tell you this. Uh, Starting with the facility management based. Nothing but I told you earlier, facilities management, it is a maintenance, operations and maintenance, building maintenance, so where we all need to work together. Even if it is a civil guy, he can work into maintenance. He can work. He can handle all electrical parts, but he cannot go into deep for the core. For facilities management based property management, it's quite common everywhere nowadays. Each and every building is having their own in-house team for the facilities and maintenance. So you can get into through this. And construction base. Construction base is also same. Main contractor. Who is a main contractor? Main contractor is nothing but a civil team. They will make a structural firm, and then after main contractor, then you will come with MEP contractor. MEP contractor is electrical, electronics, mechanical guys, plumbing guys. So after that MEP comes, then subcontractors. Subcontract instance, like it is a single division that either you can do only electrical, either you can do AC works, either you can do plumbing works, either you can do civil works. So construction base is same like that. And consultant, sorry, construction is done, then consultant is like I told you, right? Quality inspector, quality surveyor, then cost controller, all these comes with consultant. You can be a consultant because consultant role is nothing but you are the one who is meeting the client, so the client will trust you only. So consultant, you need to know the basic standards, diva standards in Dubai, and Indian standards in India. There are certain standards. I request you to just read out. If you really wanted to get into the core field, you need to learn all these things. So construction part, there are certain standards. For facilities, there are certain standards. And for projects, there are certain standards. So it differs actually. You prefer the country. If you are coming out from the college, like if you are entering into the real world, just make sure that what you are preferring, you have a plan already. So just prefer accordingly, and make sure that if you are going to Singapore, for example, if you are going to Singapore, what and all, list out the companies. What if you are a civil engineer? Okay. If you are an electrical engineer, okay. If you are an electronics engineer, mechanical engineer, so you preferring Singapore. All you focus preferring Singapore. Just list out what is happening there. What is the real market in the core? I mean, like, how is the scope for electricals there? Which company? There are certain, you can Google it. Which and all companies are there? Facilities management companies are there. All the countries having this facilities management. So which company? It will be a formation of list, so you can prefer accordingly. And before going for the interview as well, I request you, while approaching for, if you are going for some electrical manufacturing company, just read it out, list the latest updates of the company. Everybody, even a small company, will be having their own websites. Just go into the websites, just read carefully. They will be updating their latest updates, what they have invented. That is what they have innovated, what they have invented, what they were rewarded, what is their rate in the market. Just read it carefully, and prepare yourself for the interview. Because client, if you are meeting your interviewer, right, the guy who is interviewing you, if you are strong enough in your own field, and also if you're strong enough on his company, like I know about this, before him, if you tell that you are doing this many projects, what are the current projects, what is happening in that company, how many staffs, what is their real strength. I mean, they will ask you for the strength, they will ask you for the weakness. Yeah, don't be like, my weakness is this, my don't try to skip all these things. Just be strong enough in your basics, so there is no point in talking about the weakness. You can tell that you can just prefer yourself with the strength, and tell him that this is what my strength, and this is the company. He will ask you at the end why you prefer a company. Then tell that these are the current projects, these are the this many manpower, the company standards are this, I know the local standards. If you just express your knowledge to him, na, so this is where they will get attracted, and they will just prefer you. This will be adding you more priority comparatively with other people who are coming for the interview. And the other thing is consultant I told you, it is a senior part. After construction, being in this construction field or in facilities into the core field, learning all the basics local standards of the particular country, then you can move into consultant. Then you can judge yourself. It is like a judgment part. Consultant is like they will come and tell the construction people this is right, this is wrong, so you will be in the judgment part. You need to listen to them. And the next one is client base. Client base is nothing but a money guy. So he is the one who is an investor, he is a builder, he is a real estater. So the client will be depends upon, like he might be a local guy, he might be a government, it might be a government. So depends on that. So I want to tell you that that's what again I'm telling you is the updates of company before interview. It will be the production. I can tell you guys because now I spoke about only these things, right? So facilities management, all these things, but you can get into the production field, manufacturing field. uh, I mean production, motors production is there, transformer winding, all these things you can physically, it's a hands-on job experience. There is also the quality surveyor is there, quantity surveyor is there. So just be strong enough and prepare yourself for all these things. You in the third year, while crossing getting entry into the fourth year, just go with all the basic outside AutoCAD softwares, then SCADA, PLC, whichever is feasible and whichever is. But not only if you go, you will learn. You need to be very keen on it. Like trainers will train you, but you should be strong enough. You spend some time on the extracurricular activities, grow yourself for the grow yourself in leadership quality. I need you to be very leadership quality, because when you come out of the college and you are entering the new company, there will be huge demotivations will be you are facing, and some cases you will be frustrated as well. So be patient, be positive, and be strong enough in your communication skills. Whichever you are communicating, right, be strong enough. Either it might be right or wrong. Nobody knows everything. This is a simple scenario which I am following in Dubai. Nobody knows everything. So be strong enough in what you are talking, and be strong enough with the knowledge. You talk with the knowledge, don't blabber yourself, don't talk too much, talk less, and just concentrate on the things what is happening. Clear your part in the graduation. Just come out with a pure graduated fellow, not like having a backlash, coming back, going in. So it will not work out. You will not be having any career plan or career growth. So this is what my thing. Thanks for that. Any other? Yeah, my session is done. If at all anything needed, Tamilkani ma'am can just give you further things.